Every morning something happens, maybe before your eyes are fully open, maybe before a single thought crosses your mind. There is a pull toward the coffee, not just to drink it, for something else. You cannot name it exactly, but without it, that moment feels incomplete. You call this a habit. It is not. In the mathematics of life, no urge is a coincidence. Every pull is the outward expression of something closed off inside you. And that daily need for coffee is telling you something much deeper. Stop for a moment and think honestly. How does that moment feel when you hold your coffee? There is warmth. There is weight. You are holding something real in your hands, and in this world that is becoming increasingly rare. To feel real, to hold on to something tangible. Coffee is telling you in that moment, something is here. You are here too. This is real. Now let us go a little deeper. Why can you not start your mornings without coffee? Most people call it energy. Caffeine. Yes, the brain understands it that way. But in the mathematics of life, every symptom has a belief beneath it. And beneath this dependency on coffee, there is a much older feeling. The feeling of not being ready. The feeling of not being enough. The feeling that says, I cannot start anything in this state. I need something first. Coffee has become that something. Think back to your childhood. What were you taught in the environment where you grew up? Perhaps you always had to work harder. Perhaps you always needed to add something to be good enough. Perhaps there was never a day when you were simply enough as you were. There was always a need for more. More prepared, more energetic, more powerful, more awake. And over time, your mind anchored that more to an object, to coffee. This is a bridge built by the subconscious. You are not really drinking coffee. You are looking for permission. You are looking for a transition ritual to begin your day. You are waiting for an external signal to say, now I am ready. And that is a deeply meaningful thing, because it is proof of a belief system still active inside you. I am not enough on my own. Everything needs to be in place for me. Something must happen before I can happen. In the mathematics of life, this is called the external validation loop. When power cannot come from within, it is searched for outside, and that search becomes fixed to an object, a person, a habit. Coffee is usually the most innocent and most common form of this, but if its innocence keeps you from noticing it, the loop deepens. Think about it. What happens when you do not have your coffee? Not just fatigue. There is irritation, a sense of something missing, sometimes even a quiet panic, as if you cannot carry yourself through the day on your own. That feeling is too large to be explained by the biological effects of caffeine. That feeling is the voice of a belief lodged deep inside you. You are not enough on your own. And you have been using coffee to silence that voice. So I want to ask you something. Where does this belief come from? When we look through the lens of the mother and father principles, we see this. If your father in your life was strong but distant, or someone who directed you but never once said you are enough, then the masculine energy inside you is still waiting for approval, still needing permission to begin. And every morning, coffee becomes the symbol of that permission. If your mother was someone who was always tired, always forced to give, never taking time for herself, then needing something to feel good looks normal to you. Because she needed it too, and you took her as your model. All of this happens unconsciously. No one told you to become dependent on coffee, but the patterns inside you brought you here. And this awareness alone can change everything. I am not asking you to quit coffee. No, coffee is not the problem. The question is whether you feel inadequate without it. Tomorrow morning, try this. Before you prepare your coffee, take just a few seconds, plant your feet on the ground, take a deep breath, and say inwardly, I was whole before I came to this moment. This coffee is not completing me. I am already whole. Then drink your coffee. But this time not to fill a void, to enjoy something beautiful. This may seem small, but in the mathematics of life, everything begins and ends with a belief. And when you begin to change that belief, the power you have been searching for outside starts to flow from within, because it has always been there, waiting for you, ready for when you are. In the next video, we will decode another sign. Until that moment, keep your eyes open. God is speaking.